That's when everything started to change. My Instagram started blowing up. Crazy enough, one of my favorite artists, SZA, she started following me and reposting me and all that and more. The crazy part after that, obviously I've been in music videos, I've been in a couple. That's what ultimately I'm focusing on, as well as tours. So my channel is of course Pole Goddess Journey. I want to reintroduce myself. Hello goddesses, welcome to this video. I'm super excited. For one, thank you so much for the 1200 subs on my channel. I really appreciate you all, and I give you so much love and gratitude. I just want to sit here and say that I noticed a lot of y'all are finding my YouTube channel, as well as some people are coming from my Instagram over to my YouTube channel, and I kind of realized that a lot of y'all don't know me that well or even know how I started my pole journey overall. So with that being said, I'm going to share how I started and all that and more. If you are new, mostly I know a lot of y'all have been following me for my stripper vlogs and stuff. I've done music videos, I've been on tour. I'm doing things of that kind of nature more so than anything because that's what I want to do and what I desire. And when it comes to my stripper vlogs, I just started this year stripping. So I'm actually on a hiatus because I'm going to be going to New York because I am going to be pole dancing in an off-Broadway show. I want to talk to you a little bit about there's so much more when it comes to pole out there. You don't just have to be a stripper, but of course I am a stripper as well. But I just want to sit here and share that there's so much more. So let me take you back in time on when I started my first classes. I'm going to share a trigger warning with you goddesses because the reason that I started my pole journey wasn't really positive. So back in 2019, I did not like life at that point. My dad had just died, and I believe at this time my boyfriend had broke up with me, but we were still living together. So it was just a really awkward and weird period of my life, and I hated the gym. He would take me to the gym because he's like, you need to be active, that will help you get out of depression. That didn't. I f***ing hate the gym. I hate being around sweaty ass men. I just don't like the environment of the gym. I decided to take pole classes because my favorite pole dancers that I really was extremely inspired by was Sammy and Anna Kia, which they both went on tour with Summer Walker, and I actually got to see them in person. But with that being said, I took 3 classes, and then I broke up with my boyfriend. We were broken up. I had to find a job. I was doing Grubhub, and I had to find a job, an apartment and stuff, so I stopped. I went on a hiatus with pole. January of 2020, I decided to go to Evolve and take the playground classes, which is just, there's no instructor, it's just open pole. But before I did that, I saw Anna Kia and Sammy on Summer Walker's tour performing at Day in Vegas. That pushed me to start back up. I practiced in the studio, trying to remember everything I learned in those 3 classes that I took back in 2019. Funny enough, I have those videos on my channel that you can look at. That was the beginning of my journey, but those were the first videos that actually took off my channel. That's kind of the beginning of my journey. And then March of 2020, that's when I decided wanting to go back and take classes with instructors, but then COVID happened and everything shut down. So I had to make the decision of, do I want to just wait until the pandemic is over, or do I want to take it into my own hands? So I decided to take it into my own hands and teach myself how to pole. That's when everything started to change. My Instagram started blowing up. Crazy enough, one of my favorite artists, SZA, she started following me and reposting me and all that and more. The crazy part after that, 8 months into teaching myself pole, I did my first music video with Coi Leray and Young Blue, as well as I performed for the very first time live. And I want to say year and a half to year and 3 months, I did my first tour with Alina Baraz. I was on tour. I did the choreography for that show with my friend. We created the choreography. Now I'm about to go on the show off Broadway, teaching choreography, being in a show. So I want to reintroduce myself, where I know a lot of y'all have been following me because of my stripper vlogs and what I do as a dancer, as a professional dancer. It's not just only stripping. My goal has always been to be in TV shows, either P-Valley at some point, or obviously I've been in music videos, I've been in a couple. That's what ultimately I'm focusing on, as well as tours. So my channel is of course Pole Goddess Journey, and it's a little bit of everything. I just want to make that clear that my channel is about to shift because again, I am on a hiatus, but my channel was mostly about vlogs and tours and just kind of life in general. When I do go to New York, I do plan on trying to strip out there, but I have to kind of see how things go, because if I'm really going to be hands-on with doing choreography and teaching choreography for this off-Broadway show, I may not have enough time, but do really want to see what stripping is like out there, because my experience in LA was a terrible experience. But ultimately, this channel is just to show you goddesses as well as strippers out there that there's so much more that you can do. You don't just have to be a stripper. I have a lot of friends that have been on Snoop Dogg's shows where he does tours and he brings pole dancers on there. So there's just, the sky is the limit, and that's what I really want to show you goddesses on this channel. So with that being said, I'm going to sit here and say this: if you goddesses have any questions when it comes to how do you do music videos, how do you go on tours, do shows off Broadway, how do you perform, like how do you do anything, and even when it comes to the stripper realm, how did you get into it, all that and more, I am an open book. And if y'all comment a lot of questions, I will make a video specifically answering those questions very thoroughly and all that and more. But with that being said, goddesses, again, thank you so much for subscribing, and if you are new to my channel, I love you and welcome, and do not forget to subscribe if you have not, as well as loving on that like button before the video ends. So love you goddesses, and see you next time.